Hi, Taurus. So we're going to do the same thing with you guys that I did with Virgo, because the energy that's happening is about feeling your way through it. And as earth sign culture can reveal quite quickly, I'm even getting tense saying this to you, of course. Welcome to July. Stretch. Earth sign culture will shut down really, really fast when they are presented with emotions and feelings. So it is very important for you to allow yourself to stand very firm within your convictions and allow yourself to say and voice, voice when something isn't going well or working for you. You have a decision to make when it comes to work, when it comes to the path that you're on, the things that you want to do, but you really, really, really have to begin to believe in yourself. And this Mars and Aries that's happening in your 12th house is a really good push for you to figure out what's not working for you inside because what's not working for you on the inside is creating the instability on the outside. You see? So let's see. We have the Emperor, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. I think it's time for you to take action and choose the direction that you want to go in with your career. I feel like there's there are situations where a Taurus will look at it and be like, that's exactly what I want. I'm going to go for it. Here we go. Boom. And they have no questions whatsoever about the whole situation. And then there are certain situations that a Taurus will look at it and they'll hesitate because it doesn't aesthetically please them. It doesn't look right. It's not attractive. This direction isn't attractive. This direction looks more attractive. And sometimes, and I'm not saying you guys are materialistic in any way. The Tauruses are some of the most humble individuals I know. Okay, so that's not even what I'm talking about. When I say aesthetic, I mean pleasing to the eye, okay? And everybody's eyes are different, all right? So let's just clear that up right now. I know that you guys are, you're not money grubbing. I mean, like, everybody likes money, but you're not like, to step on other people to get to where you want to go. That's not where I'm going with this. When you are looking at a path and you see the potential in the path that you're going in and it looks really good for that potential, you'll hold on to that. You'll hold on to that potential even if it's to your detriment because it's aesthetically pleasing. It looks good to you. And sometimes we can get so lost in what looks good to us because we feel like that's the direction we want to go in. And we forget that our intuition is giving us red flags where there are moments where you don't necessarily feel good enough to be in this situation, but you're sticking with it. You're sticking with it, that loyalty, right? Sticking with it. So, Five of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Cups came out together. So if we're talking about work, this is what I mean by aesthetically pleasing to your eye. If we're talking about work, you're in a job, you make a lot of money, you have really good benefits. Maybe you don't make a lot of money, but you're making money. You are able to take care of yourself. You're able to have the life that makes you feel comfortable. that kind of thing, right? It's aesthetically pleasing. It gets you from point A to point B, makes sense, it's good. But you know deep down that every single day you go to this job, it's killing you slowly. It's killing your soul. Because it's not feeding and nurturing the thing that you inherently need to do in life, your purpose in life, right? And you know that with the high priestess down here, you know, and then that idea starts to come up in your head and you start to get this lack mentality, like feeling like you're stuck in some way. Well, I'm stuck in this job because it gives me the life that I want, but I can't do what it is that I really feel like I need to do. You see? So that's why you have a choice, because the energy that's happening right now is not going to let you continue to do something that makes you feel uncomfortable without making you feel more uncomfortable. There will be things that happen that help you to shift out of positions, but if you don't act on it and if you don't allow yourself to say, well, I believe in myself enough, I trust in myself, because this energy in July, not just for Taurians, but really everybody across the board, is about learning how to trust your own intuition and your own path. Because there are so many opinions and there are so many things that are happening in the outside world right now that there's a lot of stuff that we could inherently believe and it's not true. But because one person said it and that person is reputable, aesthetics, right? So allowing yourself to take control of your journey instead of letting the world control the way your journey looks like, instead of letting the relationship, instead of letting the occupation that you're currently in, even though it's not the thing that you want to do or the thing that you feel like you should be doing. You guys are just flipping the cards right out. Ooh, and the Aries Libra balance. Okay. So justice is what came out on the Emperor. So you could be dealing with an Aries or a Libra and possibly some kind of legalities or something like that. You could also be dealing with an Aries that's wanting to make amends, or a Libra that wants to start a war. It really resonates. And these could be like, I feel like they're boss figures. I feel like these are people that you either answer to or they're like a higher up from you. Okay. And I feel like this is really where the decision starts to come into play. Where, you know, is this something that I actually want to take into my future? Because this is sort of like a, oh man, 3 of Wands, take into my future. Thank you very much. I want you to keep taking the steps forward into the unknown. And I know that's really hard for you guys to do. And that's where you have to learn how to trust that inner guide. This high priestess down here is just staring me in the face constantly through this reading. Because it's not about whether you can do it or not. Of course you can do it. You're a Taurus. Of course you can do it. Of course you can forge your own path or start going a new direction or whatever, right? Of course you could do it. It's not about whether you can or you can't. It's about believing whether you can or can't. And that's where the vacillating comes in. The 2 of Pentacles, the back and forth, the up and down, the in and out. Where do we go? What direction do we go in? How does this work? It's got to end. There's this cycle of indecision that you're completing. There's a cycle of indecision that you're completing. And I think that that cycle is taking you out of the lack mentality and not digging it a little bit deeper for you. I think with the world on the Two of Pentacles, there's a very clear view of the light at the end of the tunnel. Again, that aesthetic, that light is going to look different for everybody. No one's light is brighter than the other. No one's light is better than the other. No color is better than the other, right? It's aesthetically pleasing to your eye and your eye only. And so allowing that kind of expansion, oof. But you have to believe in it. You have to believe that it's there for you and that it exists for you, that light. So, what does that light mean? It means, okay. It means that sometimes you have to take a stand and say, this is no longer serving my purpose. And it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good. And allow yourself to be discerning in that way. And maybe even stand up to a King of Swords figure who makes you feel insignificant or less than who you really are. Nobody has permission to make you feel like you're less than who you are. I don't care what their title is. I don't care what they do. I don't care who they are to you. Nobody has the right to make you feel more insignificant. Okay? So, High Priestess, what is your intuition telling you, Taurus? What is your intuition? What is your inner guide saying? First of all, the Magician, that you can create anything. You are the creator of your own reality. Period. You already have everything within yourself, all of the answers. You just have to believe and trust in it. And allow yourself to be guided in that right direction. The direction that's pleasing to you. Not what looks good to everybody else. Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. We're going to clarify these together because you make your home by how you feel about yourself. Your home feels safe because you feel safe. Your home doesn't feel safe because you don't feel safe. You see what I'm saying? So allowing yourself to create an environment that, okay, I'm not going to do that to you guys. We'll just look at the bottom. Oh yeah. Five of Wands. Allowing yourself to create your own environment based on the love that you have for yourself. And again, not based on what looks really good to other people. The Three of Swords on the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Man, it's not about the structure. It's not about the four walls. It's about how you're making a safe home for yourself on the inside. The Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands, ooh, and the Eight of Swords and the Tower. Oh, I think you guys are arguing with somebody, to be honest. I feel like you guys are having an argument with somebody. And if it's not an outside argument with somebody, it's an inner argument with yourself. We have the Five of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Tower. But all of that happens, and then we get the Ten of Pentacles. And see, and that's where I'm sort of like, maybe this is you fighting with yourself on what this Ten of Pentacles actually looks like, because we've been talking about that aesthetic crap, that aesthetic thing, right? And allowing yourself to say, I know that there are certain things that have to change in my life because my life cannot look, this can't be it. There's got to be more. And allowing yourself to not block your intuition, right? The Seven of Wands and the Eight of Swords. There's this wall that you've built. And it's time to let yourself let go of that wall. And release the expectations of what the new wall, maybe not so much a wall, maybe it's like just a fence or something. My point, you guys, is the tensions are high right now. And allowing yourself to accept that there are just things that aren't going to work anymore in your life. Allowing yourself to accept that and move forward. That's probably going to be the biggest leap that you can take this year, is to accept that maybe your old life is just, you're done with it. You don't want to be in it anymore. It doesn't make you feel good. And you have so many things that you would rather be doing. You see? So, in saying that, so I have, speaking of Tauruses, so my roommate is a Taurus, and she makes this beautiful crystal jewelry. It's genuine crystal jewelry. There are these long necklaces, shorter necklaces, earrings, a whole bunch of different types of crystals. There's black tourmaline and amethyst, and this is peridot, a whole bunch of stuff. It's also charged with Reiki by me before it gets to you. So if you feel like you need a little extra healing power right now, the link to her website to get that jewelry is in the description box below. Come join us on the memberships. We would love to have you. No pressure, but if you feel like you need a little bit more extra guidance during this time, there's a lot of content going on with the memberships. I spoil my members like crazy. I love the Fearless Family membership. So join us there. You can hit join underneath the video, or you can go to Patreon to join there as well. And I do have some personal reading options and availability open in July. I just opened up some more spots. So if you feel like you need a personal reading from me, that is available. I love you guys. Have a wonderful July. Please take care of yourselves. Please eat good food and be happy and joyful. I'll see you soon.